happen to stop this penalty zone. Don't let him get into his zone. Call him Mr. West.
It's a tough one when he's up against the untouchable one. Aaron Chicky up against this Terizla right now. And still full flickers for all the members here except Ran. Let's see though. It's a best of one in game number 3. The stake is a playoff spot in Jakarta International Velodrome. It's now or never for both of these teams. It's TLID versus Geek Fam.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see which team will, like you said, Chefin, secure that last playoff spot. It's an early airborne actually on towards the boy, but he is a brave boy. He will hold on to that flicker.
Yeah, very brave, very patient indeed. Gobs. This is actually his signature pick when he won MDL with Bosku, together with Rins and Edok. So, and Gugun and Bunny.
Like a legendary team in the second tier scene of Indonesia. And our early game is still gonna be TLID just zoning out pretty much Geek Fam from the bushes. Looking at the emblem Merkle, I don't think there's gonna be anything that's super stand out here.
I guess the inspired choice and the brave smite here for a boy, right? You want to get a little bit more sustained so you can stay in the team fight a bit longer. Avian, don't want to do that. Don't want a replay of game number 1. What you want is a replay of game number 2 if you're a Liquid fan. Beloy will punch Aaron in the face.
Uh-oh. They're reading it. Beloyski might be in trouble here.
He might be. Dashes away. All G.
Missed out on a single minion there from Kinziski, but it's all good. Survivability over some few minions should be the name of the game here for Kinziski. But yeah, right now, looking at the early game, so far it's been nothing going on so far. Yes, Kill still zoning out the boy, and he's still just trying to get the XP. Audience prediction by GoPay is still skewing towards Geek Fam, 10% less from game number 2, and it's for a good reason. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, it was 69%, so they believe a little bit more after game number 2. Bit more pressure put down in the mid lane. Terizla already rotating. They really want to contest for Turtle 1 here. Both level 4 this time around.
Well, let's see. Gobs now. Chunks.
Not a good sign.
That is not a good sign for the side of Geek, who is looking to take over the Turtle Spit. Makits though, very healthy, jumps in. That's a penalty zone onto its Fabian, locking him down. That's a good first blood, and Gobs will collect that turtle. Now we're on isolated in a 3-member situation, but which is out of danger, and that's gonna be Gobs.
Wait,
trying to provide the damage alongside a boy. Will it be enough though? That's a knock up AOG. Gobs goes down, and a boy will disengage.
Still a W for Geek Fam at that time. A kill and also an objective.
Oh, yes, kill. Oh, killer instinct, killer maneuver, but yes, kill is just too slick with it. Pops the Crimson Beacon to save himself.
Hey, CRTB.
Another Geek Fam.
Witty?
Talents, that's Witty. Shortcut. Interesting approach. But Risky, no follow-up damage though. TLID will just, hey, we'll go back home.
That was an attempt, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Now, no shortcut for a while. Geek Fam will be able to utilize that. And yeah, for Geek Fam, it's back to waiting. But you definitely understand, again, why the Terizla was picked up. Turtle 1 is of immense value up against a snowballing comp like this of TLID. So now Geek Fam have a way to weather that early game storm a bit more and to set themselves up for the mid-game power spike where they will try to look for the snowball themselves. Man, I miss seeing Terizla. That's crazy because Terizla was always, like, it was so boring for a while because every XP would just pick Terizla, but I miss him, man. Yeah. I don't like Gata high lows. Give me back penalty zone.
When you can set up for 4, it's much funner. And now...
Funner.
Is that an English word? I don't know.
It can be.
GoPay right now, Fabian and Makits are the 2 players with the most Suyo picks among all players in MPL Indonesia. MPL, MY, PH, KH this season with 18 picks.
Wow.
I missed out. I thought it was going to be MPL ID only. Turns out, no. It's everywhere.
That's crazy.
It really is, dude. Like, Suyo is eternal, brother. Especially with the Sasuke skin. Everybody wants to be Sasuke, man.
And Sugoi.
Turtle 2.
5 men already invested from side of Geek Fam, and that will be a clean take for them.
Now Bolowski has to read this one, and yes, he knows the in and outs of Weedy. Kinziski, gotta watch out.
But again, it's Hold
Will
on.
it be enough though? That's a ton. Valorsky finds the S-kill. No clear fall of damage though. Kenzinski from range. Gobs now stuck, stunned, still holding on, and Kenzinski will deal the final blow towards Witty. That's gonna be Ron taken down as well. What the heck happened there? Geek fam capitalizing.
I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but I feel like Gops used the shortcut earlier than Ron. How is that possible, bro?
He got there faster. I think Gobs just smacked Gatot before he could walk in. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Gobs is so early. Make hits!
Oh, respect the 1v1, and Fabian will bow to Makids, the rookie.
Not a good look for Sasuke.
Oh my goodness, Sasuke! To a little yellow girl, yellow-haired girl. Oh my goodness! And now it really looks like Geek Fam. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying Turtle 1, Turtle 1, Turtle 1. It's so valuable for both these teams because it looked like a snowball comp for both these teams, but Geek Fam just didn't have it in game number 2. They couldn't fight for it, and they kept on fighting for it, but now Geek Fam have it, and you can see just how different it is. When TLID don't get Turtle 1, they just shift to desperate mode, which means shortcut, shortcut, shortcut. And when you're behind, these shortcuts are a shortcut to another big lead for the enemy team.
I don't know if you're gonna agree with me here, Mirko. Looking at the items right now, Mr. Fabian didn't buy the tough boots first before the War X. I don't know if that's gonna be a... I think it should be a huge factor, right? You have Beloyski with the Padang, you have Gobs, and what... Oh, never mind, gonna watch out first?
Flicker.
Yeah,
Okay, back to my point earlier. One of the reasons why Fabian was not able to react to the penalty zone earlier was he got locked much longer than he should have.
Witty? Uh-oh, gotta be careful. Witty very low, and Kenzinski will find the kill. Gobs flickers out of danger. Ron couldn't find the connection there to kill him, and that's again a favorable trade for the Geeks.
Raise Turtle.
Giving out a kill there. I don't know what happened.
Ron has the AOG in hand. A boy though, Crimson Beacon to provide the threat, and that will be Ron investing the AOG to get back home safely.
And now you can really see TLID start to struggle again. The new TLID, it seems like whenever they are behind, whenever they don't get the early game goal. Oh!
That's a flicker, and that will be Aaron Cheeky. Also spending his flicker, and that will be Aaron Cheeky. Going back to safety, but Makids, he wants blood. Looking for the kill, and he will find the killing spree. Witty now isolated in the back lane. That's gonna be Witty taken down as well. Geek Fam, what? So sharp this game.
I gotta say, man, Beloyski is the master of screening. He's looking like Steven Adams in Houston Rockets. And we're talking about the matchup in the gold lane. We're not talking about the matchup in the roaming area. So far, Beloyski in these 3 games has been much sharper than the younger Witty the Wise.
I agree with you. The chip has been, you know, make it or break it a lot of times here, but more break it. I think a lot of times the shortcut, if you count it, has had a bad rate of success. Every time you got the shortcut coming in, it's more of a gamble, but this time, it's not even a gamble. At this point, you're just throwing money at the screen, it seems, and hoping for a big jackpot, and it's not gonna happen. Geek Fam, they have too many ways to disengage. They have too many ways to steal ultimate out. There you go.
No,
again.
no.
Hello, Witty, and that's gonna be Kenzinski though. Again, Yeheskio finds the shutdown. That's gonna be Gobs, very low AOG. Desperately, that's a Rock Cheeky taken down and out again.
Oh my god.
Gobs being the difference maker on this Terizla.
Fool me once, shame on you, but like falling to the same spot twice. That's just not good at all, Fabian. Gonna be right out.
Finds him.
Good read. Fabian now looks for an escape. A boy, and Makids is on him, and Makids will lock him down, and he finds the unstoppable.
Sasuke was not able to use the Susanoo to get away with the wings. You don't have ways in this game.
I wonder why they keep on throwing their bodies at Geek Fam, thinking the Geek Fam will be split up. We've seen from game 1, 2, and 3 why Geek Fam keep on letting the chip open is because they just build a composition that will capitalize on team fights. They were lacking a bit of CC, they were lacking a bit of sustainability in the previous game, and now they have it with more damage too of Gobs. He does AoE. TLID are throwing their bodies in against a team fighting composition who are 6,000 gold ahead.
You know what's the worst thing that I noticed in the team fight earlier? why when Shiki was dying without Make It using the electrifying beats? He was just basic attacking.
Yeah.
And he went down.
That's
just
Starlium for you.
bad. Yeah.
Oh man, we were talking about the success rate of the Joy, but we haven't really taken into account the fact that Joy usually doesn't do well because he doesn't snowball. We've seen in Indo, Joy's be more of a mid-game tool, not really an early-game fighting tool. Finally, Witty, you know, says, okay, Kenziski might look like he's alone, but there's probably 4 dudes with him around him. And he's not wrong. It's not 4. Well, he's kind of wrong. It's not 4, but it's quite a lot of people. Speaking of a lot of numbers, that's a 3,000 goal lead. And to get back to the point that I was talking about, usually we see in Indonesia, Joys be a way to play for mid-game and then farm up. But this is where the Joy actually shines. It's not as a mid-game tool, but it's as someone that snowballs. 3,000 goal lead on a Joy at 10 minutes is usually already a nail in the coffin. So for TLID, they gotta hope that they strike a crazy home run with that shortcut.
It's a tough job to do. And especially when you look at the KDA, Beloyski hasn't died even once. That tells something from your team. The fact that you haven't been able to punish the man that
there you go.
usually dies. Make It, went for it.
Oh, good read. Again,
What?
Witty, very low. That's just Make It. Practically almost solo killing a roamer. They might go for another chance to siege the bottom side here with the wave coming in soon. Iran already providing the stance here. Let's see the
Witty.
execution. Witty from the flanks.
Beloy.
I don't know. Beloyski good read there. And the conceal as well. Witty will not even commit the shortcut. That's just a kill. Oh, Geek fam.
Was just about to point that out. The fact that Witty got read out every time he's trying to make a play. Beloyski just knows the in and outs. I mean, he mentioned that Witty reminds him of the younger version of himself, right? So maybe that's why he was able to read the young man's mind.
And it's a shortcut for Geek Fam too. A boy is still in the shortcut. They really wanna. They got the far lane, so they don't need to. But if they want to, they can. They can put the shortcut down. A boy standing alone. I think we might be seeing a stomp here, guys. TLID. The comeback angle is getting narrower as we get into the later stage of the game, where Geek Fam again have that damage that is stacking up. Nakeds 5-0 and 4. Level 15 to Fabius level 13. Turtle all taken by Geek Fam. Oh, damage from Kenzie. Now it really is about the discipline game. Geek Fam cannot make a mistake. TLID, they hope. The cavalry as well will hope that Geek Fam make a big blunder, because that's the only way for them to get out of this position.
I mean, the chances of that is actually pretty high from the usual one, because looking at game number 1 and game number 2, that was the name of the game. Blunders all over the place in the late game. Geek is gonna take this one without any kind of contest. Man, oh man. When we usually see the chip, we kind of see it as like a way to somehow turn the game around in the late game, but when the teleportation, when the shortcut is not shortcutting, it's just cutting you up. So what's gonna be the plan then?
The thing is, Sheffin, the chip is a game changer when the goal lead isn't this big. When the goal lead is this big, the shortcut becomes more of a suicide tool. Like, you go in with a shortcut, 5 members, you're dead. The reason Make It was able to just run Witty down is because if Witty pops a shortcut, they're gonna all come into an electrifying Beats online Joy. They're gonna get their HP bars obliterated. And now Geek Fam are gonna be looking for the end angle. They've dealt with all the holy defenses already. Mid lane.
See, they're looking for the final push, a push that will take them to the playoffs. Jakarta International Velodrome is waiting for them in this final push. Let's see, 10,000 gold push. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a flicker.
No.
Penalty zone! Fist crack to hell as well. That's gonna be Geek Fam finding a kill 1 by 1. Kenziski finding the double AOG defensively. And ladies and gentlemen, the base wide open, but they want to find bodies. Geek Fam finds the 2 points that will take them to the playoffs.
There you go. Welcome to Jakarta International Velodrome. A fight for an MSC spot. A fight for $3 million in EWC. Geek Fam has the right to challenge the best.